Hello, I am now having a go at Xubuntu 18.4, the long-term support Ubuntu XFCE 4 version, and XFCE 4 is the user interface for Xubuntu. And I like this better than the standard. I had a demonstration of the Ubuntu 18.4 and I uploaded it. I think that was quite amateur because I didn't go so in depth on that because I'm not using that version anyway, and I couldn't get the GNOME shell extensions to work, but I'm sure that they do. You just have to use the tweak program. Anyway, this is about Xubuntu, and the first couple of things I noticed was first this beautiful wallpaper, desktop wallpaper here, right? It's actually so nice that I think I will keep it. And the second thing is this what the heck, I fixed it, but there were two network icons up in this system area here. System era. This is the era of the system. System for all. Yeah. Ha. Lol. I fixed it. The way I did that was that I right-clicked on the panel and I went to the panel menu, panel settings, elements, and here I had to remove one of these status icons, or like you see, this is the system status icon element, and this have been around for many years, and I always favored this one over the new indicators that came with Ubuntu some years ago. They are still in use, but it seems like the old system icons, they won't go away, and I'm glad for that. There are probably some things. These are RAM consuming elements, so I would like to remove this audio plugin, and now it's just only this one here now, and I would like to install another one. I can open a console. Actually, I can drag it and drop it over to the desktop. So now I got it here. At first run, I have to mark as executable. Mark as executable, and from now on it will just open. I have to type sudo then a hyphen and I. Is that dash or a hyphen? I don't quite know. Now, and type the root password, that is the administrator password. And now I will teach you how to install a program. You only need to type apt and apply the command install, and then now I'm going to install PN Mixer and enter. Now this command will run in the bash shell. And now we can see that this is done, and it doesn't show up here, but maybe I have to open the program again so that it shows the new elements. What the fuck? It doesn't show up. Okay, I am going to try another way. I click Alt and F2, and here comes a program runner. I typed the name of the program and start. Now it should come up. Yes, it came up here. And this is a much more basic sound mixer and plugin. If I click mixer here, no mixer application was found on your system. Please open preferences and set the command you want to run for volume control. Okay, then I do that. Preferences, behavior, I guess. Volume control command, no. Or maybe it's this one. It should be this one, so I just cheat a little bit and take a look at the name of the mixer. It is PAV control. Okay, cancel and close this. I paste it. Didn't I copy that? Didn't I just copy that to the clipboard? Oh god. Anyway, I write it in manually here. Power control, and okay. Now this should be applied. I click mixer, and yes, here it opens. Oh, looks like the recording here. Looks like I got the volume a little bit too high, so I should turn that down just a little bit. Too much? Oh, it's hard to know. I should have tested this before. I started recording. I record this with simple desktop recorder, and this is my first look at Xubuntu, as I said earlier. And to get it work on this computer, I had to go into BIOS and at computer start and click, I think it was escape or F2, and go in there and change the settings. I have to select the right UFI file, which for me was grubx64. I chose that file, and now it works on this computer. I also had to change the settings of the touchpad from advanced to general, so that it would work on GNU Linux. And I will also, now let's return to this terminal. I will teach you a new command. If I type clear and then enter, then it clears the terminal, or the console. I say console. Console is actually a old word, and it means something like a table that sticks out from the wall, or that is the origin of that word. But now in computer language, a console that is this this program where you can type comments for the computer. So if you go to the store and have to use a Visa card, for example, a credit card to buy stuff, then you stick it in a console and type the security code, and then you get money transferred. It is always nice to know about the console. If you are using Windows, I used Windows 10 for some weeks. I think that it was okay, but I am sure they got something like that too. They always got they always got something like that, but it's with DOS. I don't remember what they call it. It doesn't matter here. I will continue with the tweaking now and go back to PN Mixer preferences. Icons, what if I try use system theme? Apply, that was better. Okay, so now this is set the way I want it. Also Bluetooth, I can turn off Bluetooth. This is the simple desktop recorder icon that is just here for the video. This is the clock. If I click on the clock, a calendar pops up. This is minimalistic and simple, so I like that one. What I don't like is that the computer constantly showing me the datum. So I go to preferences here, or settings, or whatever it's called, and here you can code the clock plugin your own way. So I'm just going to go for this is variables, so this is percentage. They use the percentage sign here, percentage h, percentage m, so that is variables for hour and minute, and a colon here in the middle. I think that is cool. Okay, I just go with that. That is classic. There are other things I would like to change. I right click on the panel menu settings. And here's a new feature in XFCE backup. You got several setups you can use, just like for example red month. If you click apply, I'm not going to do that because I already tweaked the panel a bit and I don't want to lose the settings I just created. So I close. Okay, now I need to open this again. And again you see this window, and there is one panel. You can add panels. It's quite customizable, and there are many reasons why I use XFCE. But now I unlock the panel. Now I can move it down to the bottom of the screen. And I think that 24 pixels is a little bit little. Should I say 32 or 42 maybe? Perhaps. Perhaps. I like that. On this HD screen that is good. I could of course make it 64, and then I could tweak this program buttons to not show any text, and it would show this modern design here. There are no preview window, or I say layer instead of window on this operating systems, so there are no layer previews here for the programs, and that would be nice to have as a feature in XFCE. Maybe I can file a request, but if I don't, maybe someone else can do it. Now back to my previous setting. I wanted 42 pixels, and I wanted to show the text on the buttons. Now something strange have happened here. Some of the icons are big and some are small. You should take your time with tweaking the desktop way you like it. you should have a little bit of patience and play around. This is a new feature. Notifications. Here I can click here and this turns notifications off. So this is if I don't want to be disturbed. Perhaps if I'm just sitting back and listening to a song, don't want to be interrupted by the workflow, I can activate this don't interrupt the function. Let's see. There is another function I need, which is not enabled by default, and I don't see it in this list. I could try to start it with Alt F2 and then a program starter, a catalog actually, because I can expand it and all programs show up here. Beware of the details. Here is a button that says settings, user settings, and here look, I can choose to view elements as icons. This I find this more aesthetically aesthetic. Nice. Well, I was searching for something. There is a function called clipman. It doesn't show up here, so I just de-expand, if that is a word, the list and go back to this original form. Click enter and there, no result. Close. Then I should install it. Console, apt, which is a package manager for the console. It can do several things. It can uninstall packages and install packages, and several other things. Now I will install Clipman, or I'll do another thing. Search. Well, typo. Clipman. Yes. So here. Here are the packages. This program is included in Clipman. This is all the results for the search. And this apt is a program or a function, and it has several functions that it can do. Now the apt searched for Clipman. Now apt install xfce4 dash Clipman, and also xfce4 Clipman plugin. I don't know which is better, the plugin or the program. I could have a look at how much RAM it uses, memory, the system memory. That is RAM, you probably know that. Now it should be installed, and just in case I close this panel settings and open it again. Panel settings, elements, add. Now it's here. Clipman, add. Yeah, that's nice. I don't want it placed here, so I select it in the list and move it upwards. Where I want it. Perhaps here or here or here or yes, there, okay. And it also has settings. Size of history. I would have 20 here instead of 10. Then when I copy something, like in copy paste, it will be saved, and now it will save the 20 last items. And I could just click here and select the old one. I don't see how anyone would do without that. I click lock panel, so that this grids disappear. Also, I wouldn't like this color on the panel. I choose non-transparency. This is the default system setting that comes along with the theme, the GTK3 theme. GTK is a technology that programs use for displaying on the screen. And you got GTK2 and 3. And they use themes. There are other technologies like Qt, for example, and and you can tweak that. Here, what I did now, I chose the programs menu. Here is an annoying picture of a mouse, and all settings here. this is a new, well, not that new, well, quite new menu. I think it's called Whisker or something. Whisker, yeah. And compared to the old one, is it here? And this is just a simple menu with groups here, grouping, graphic, scanning program, picture viewer. These are all the default programs. Mines. Well, bad luck. Took me 1 second to lose that game. Mines, anyway. Here with the new menu, you can choose favorites. This help. I don't want help showing up in the programs menu, so I remove it from favorites, remove, and now it's gone. I don't want Pigeon here either, Pigeon chat client, but that's okay because I'm going to uninstall it anyway. And ePost email reader, I don't want that showing up here. I use online email viewer. I remove this old menu, remove. Now I'll only use this whisker menu. If I had an older PC with less RAM and processor and cycles, less megahertz, then I would use the old one. That is not a problem here. Also, I get a very good experience using GNU Linux and XFCE on a new computer, because everything will go without any lagging or waiting. I think it took about 5 seconds to start this computer. Remember when I had to wait for like 3 minutes for the computer to start. So things are getting gradually better. Many people are complaining about new GNOME 3 desktop. Mm. They say that someone said they treat the users like idiots and give them just this oversimplified um, user interface. I want to know what is in this system icons area. So I move it just up here to here, so I see what's included in this element. Only the sound PN mixer, which I installed earlier. The rest of these system icons are indicators that were introduced with Ubuntu, and I usually disable indicators so that all the system indicators should show up like system icons, like the traditional ones, which have been around for as long as I can remember. I never liked the indicators. But I like this new feature. We don't interrupt. And Clipman, why is that showing up like this? Yes, I added it as a plugin here. I added it. If I were to start Clipman, no. Well, I just go back to the console and see what I installed. Okay, it was XFCE4 dash Clipman. I start that. No, it doesn't show up. Maybe because it's already running here. Okay, I remove this. And I do it again. For Clipman, here it comes up like a suggestion. Start. Yeah, and now it shows up here in the sys tray. Yeah, I am pro sys tray. I keep that here. Maybe I find a way to get less of these indicators. Why should everything be moved to separate things, and why have two standards? Well, there is something I can do now that I can come to think about, and that is the battery. So power management, system icon shows up here. Now I can remove this. Oh, and it looks better. Whoop. No, what? I clicked wrong. I want to move this over here. It has a different size than the other icons. That is annoying. There's something I can do. I just make all of these ones bigger. Takes up a lot of space. Okay, I don't have to do all of this in this video. I liked it better when it was small icons to take up less space. If I right click on the power icon, then this also features screen brightness, or turn down a bit. It is not good to have too much brightness on your screen, especially before going to sleep. There's still some things I was going to show you. Just typed clear in the console, and now it clears off all the lines written down here. apt installed. Now I'm using apt again to install GNOME System Monitor. And GNOME System Monitor is a part of GNOME 3, but you can install that one program here in XFCE regardless, and use that here, because this is the way that it works. And now I will run it. GNOME System Monitor, I click it, and I also expand this list and get the program icon up here, and I will place that on the desktop as well. And close. Oh, mark as executable. You have to do this at any start, any first start, and now the system knows that this is executable. So from now on it will just open like normal. And now I can see this program here is a list of all the processes that is running, and I'm just go to resources here. Here's what I was looking for. Now you see that this is using almost 1 gigabyte of RAM, but this is because I have 7 gigabytes installed. So I think that the XFCE desktop uses a lot more RAM when having more resources. when I had 2 gigabytes of RAM, it usually took up 400 megabytes at startup, and I was so puzzled when I opened this new computer and installed GNU Linux with XFCE. I actually uninstalled Fedora XFCE because I thought, what the fuck? But then I went to some forum and they said so, that it could be a bug or it's just caching. It is using the RAM for background to make the system go faster, because you has to load everything from hard disk. Then it takes longer. The RAM is super fast, and if you got things loaded in there, it will open much faster. And here you can see I got 4 CPU kernels. This is running quite steady here, around 30%. I don't know. Yeah, it is recording, of course. You can use this program to see how much resources are being used. CPU, RAM, also swap, that is also memory, but that is used on the hard drive. So sometimes the system puts information into this swap file on your disk, swap file or partition sometimes, and also network, how much is being uploaded, how much is being downloaded, processes. This can use for if a program starts to freeze, you can close it from here. You can see which program is using most RAM by clicking here, memory. And why is this program even running? The GNOME software program is running. I started from here. I don't know why. Anyway, this is a program which you can visually use for installing programs. Let's see if there is something I want from the program store. They have included a lot of proprietary software in the new Ubuntu versions. I want this program. Whoa, this is nice. Install. Root password. You need to have a root password to install programs, because you have to use administrator privileges to install a program that is for so that you won't get any viruses. Let's start this. This is fun. You can zoom into those fractals. Ooh. I think I stop it there and I can save it. Save image. This is my user directory. Fract0 png. Okay, I save it. Now go to the home folder. Home folder. I open this. Ooh, beautiful picture. This is Tuner. That is the file manager. Let's see if there are proprietary software which I want. When I installed the system, I clicked install extra drivers and stuff for MP3 and so on and so forth. Perhaps Flash, I don't know. I clicked install those codecs because I thought, what the fuck, I want everything to run smoothly, and it's freeware anyway. It's proprietary, but it's freeware. I would like to go 100% open source, but I can't. I need some of those programs. What doesn't come pre-installed is Spotify. I use Spotify like most people to listen to music when streaming online. %. 50%. Okay, while this has been some minutes, and I think I will have a little coffee break here. I won't touch anything, I just have a pause, so I go. You can use this program to record my desktop. It wasn't simple desktop recorder, no, it's record my desktop, that's what the program's called. Okay, menus and stop.